Good afternoon, everyone. Let me stop sharing my screen, bring up my video camera. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're gonna get we're gonna get this party started. Yes, you are in the right place. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And I want to welcome everybody to the PD Coordinators webinar. So we just thought this would be a different way, or I thought this would be a different way to start. So let's get started, and we'll start. We'll start here. So again, welcome everybody. This is Anne Marie Molinari with Train PD at TCall. I'm going to turn off my video camera. And it's so good to have all of you here this afternoon, November 12th, for our November webinar. We do have a lot of great information today. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a webinar warm-up activity. And I thought this would be a great way to just have a little interaction. So this is what I'd like to know. And if I have any volunteers, go ahead and unmute and share. I encourage the team to do the same thing too. But here's my question for you. What special activities or foods do you plan on sharing this fall, or especially November? So is there a special recipe that you share for Thanksgiving holiday? If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, what do you celebrate? Anything. So what's a favorite food this time of year, or an activity? So go ahead, and I'm going to have Beth help me out in the chat pod, or you can unmute. I'd love to hear some voices. I'd love to hear some voices. So, all right, I got the chat pod up now too. So Steaksgiving. Oh, yum, Lori. And then Robin says, my mother's cornbread dressing. Robin, can you unmute and share? You've already started. You already did it, didn't you? You already did it.
Oh, yes, I did. I've already made it, and I make it about 2 weeks in advance and then put it in my freezer, and all I have to do is thaw it out the day before Thanksgiving, so it's great.
Oh, yum. And Liz is all about the bread. I know that. Elizabeth, sweet potato pie. I love sweet potato pie. Ashley, lots of cookies. Oh, that's awesome. You guys are sharing. This is awesome. All right. So anybody into other activities? I'm a big college football fan, and my dad and I, we bond over that. And so does anybody watch football, college football? I'm not sure. So anything like that? So you guys are all sharing. This is great, but nobody wants to unmute. I can't get everybody. Yep.
I'll unmute.
All right. Yay, Deb. Thank you.
I'll unmute. So my brother lives in Columbus, Ohio, and we don't really talk very much, but every fall when it's college football season, he roots on the Texas Aggies and I root on Ohio State, and we text all through the game, and it's really our way of staying connected to each other. So I look forward to this time of year every year.
Awesome. Thank you, Deb. And I see football. I see Hallmark movies. Yes, I watch the same ones over and over every year. I don't know about you guys, but I love the Christmas movies. I have become a big LSU fan since moving to Houston, so I'm excited to see what they do this year. So, and obviously University of Arizona, but they never do anything because they're not that good in football. So I still root for them. But anyway, and of course our Aggies, right? So our Texas A&M Aggies. So, all right, everybody, let's go ahead and get started. So this worked good. Thank you guys for participating. All right, so we have a lot on the agenda, and we're going to get started with conferences and statewide events, followed by our monthly webinar series and trainer webinars. I'm not sure if we have those, but we'll see. PD portal announcements. There are no teams announcements this month, and then the PD coordinator time. So here we go. We have a lot of conferences and statewide events, and Beth is going to be helping me out putting links in the chat pod when we get to those slides. So the first slide we have up is about our math assistant call center, and Beth, take it away.
Thank you, Anne Marie. We just wanted to make sure everybody knew that we are doing a second webinar on the Math Assistance Call Center. That's going to be Friday from 1 to 2:30. We left an hour and a half there. We may not need all of that time. But if you weren't able to go to the first one, please join us. Send your teachers. Let them find out more about this new assistance center for our students. And it will not be for PD credit. It's, informational only, but it's a wonderful resource for our programs. Lori, do you want to add anything?
Sure. I just got off the phone with Chander, and we actually already have 20 memorandums of understanding with different providers, which is awesome. And so you guys keep up those good referrals. We certainly appreciate it. We're doing really well.
Great. That's awesome. Thanks, Lori.
Thank you. And I just also want to add to, because I know I've gotten this question a few times, the MAC Center is open 7 days a week, okay? So keep that in mind. And Lori, what is the time again? They're open from when to when?
7 in the morning until 10 at night.
Thank you, ma'am. And I just want you all to know that, because we've had that question. I've gotten that question several times. People have emailed me. So thank you very much. All right. So now we have Paula is up.
Yes, in Literacy Texas and the Adult Education Center in Pearland and Frost Bank is bringing to you a virtual symposium, financial literacy. It's called Money Sense. It looks like some great topics. Those are the topics listed there: bank on it, money matters, borrowing basics, financial recovery, and pay yourself first. It's this Saturday, November 14th from 9 to 3 p.m. And here is the link. It's just listed right here. If somebody could put it in the chat pod, but it's a free event and it's a great PD credit. And then we have the East Texas Virtual Literacy Symposium that we're planning right now. Won't be until February, the last Saturday in February, but put that on your calendars. And I'll share with you the sessions at our next PD coordinator meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Paula, for that information. All right, so next up we have Ashley to talk about a wonderful opportunity coming up here.
Okay, yes, so we are going to be doing a webinar on using North Star on December 2nd at 11 o'clock a.m. I will be presenting North Star Digital Literacy for Texas AEL Distance Learning. So during the session, participants will have an opportunity to learn about North Star, how to utilize tools for reporting and data purposes, and appreciate the value of using North Star as part of your AEL distance learning curriculum. So a lot of people are familiar with North Star as a good digital literacy tool, but now that it is on the approved curriculum, this gives you an opportunity to learn more about integrating it into your DL program.
Thank you, Ashley. This is so exciting because North Star is such a wonderful tool. So this is exciting, very exciting. Thank you. All right, so next up, Beth is going to share with us some news about COABE.
So we just wanted to put this slide in because they've extended the deadline to submit proposals. So if you are interested in doing a presentation for COABE, we now have until November 15th to get those proposals in. And they are taking a hybrid approach this year. So you can choose to, I only want to present in person, or I only want to present online. So hopefully we'll see how things go after the first of the year, but hopefully they will have the face-to-face in Nashville, is where the conference is supposed to be this year.
Oh, that's awesome. And I'm going to let you take the next two slides because you're on here for the next two. So here you go.
And then this next one is, if you're at the college and you're using Ability to Benefit with your students, COABE is also sponsoring an Ability to Benefit virtual symposium on November 17th. It is an all day. As far as I can tell, other than hitting submit, I did go through the registration. It doesn't appear that there's a cost to this, that this is something that's being sponsored by COABE. So that I thought that might be of interest to you. And then we've got one more.
Yep. Okay, here we go. And there you go.
We wanted to let you know about the Texas Computer Education Association Virtual Conference, or TCEA. We went one too many. There we go.
Sorry.
Now that's a little bit ways off. February 1st is when the conference is going to start. But we wanted to bring to your attention that if you register before November 21st, you get the early bird registration cost. So you might want to go ahead and get some teachers registered for that.
Thank you, Beth. And what's interesting about this, the TCEA conference, is that it's 1 month. So Ashley, Katie, jump in here, or Laura, because I know you guys are more familiar with this conference, but it's going to be a whole month. So you want to just check back and see some of the sessions you may want to send staff to or recommend, because it's a whole month of PD. It's not just one day from what I read. So jump in here, Katie or Ashley, if I missed something there, but it looks wonderful. Looks like many innovative opportunities.
I think it's great and that everybody should attend, but you got it all.
Awesome. Thank you. I knew I was giving you an opportunity to jump in there. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to our monthly webinar series, and we're going to talk about Texas Manager Monday, Teacher Tuesday, Workforce Wednesday, and Tech and Tell. And so my colleagues are on board, on deck here. So Liz.
Hello, everybody. So December 14th, that's a month away, we will be featuring Dr. Denise Perdue from Odessa College. She will be speaking to change management and the transformation that Odessa College went through under her leadership and how that can benefit other AEL programs. And then in January, we're going to be featuring IETs, and we'll have our very own Ann Savino from TWC speaking about that. And registration for both events will be up very soon. Expect that by next week. And then on the next slide, we just simply have the upcoming dates. But I do want to encourage you to please send any topic proposals to my email. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat pod. We'd love to hear your feedback and see what interests you and what you would like to see in upcoming Manager Monday webinars. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Liz. And next we have Krista.
Hi, everyone. So we have Teacher Tuesday, December 8th. Our presenter is going to be Heather Reynolds, and it's going to be another webinar similar to what we just had in November, the Managing Stress in Unprecedented Times, but also with strategies for your teachers to work with their students during this pandemic. I don't have a title yet, but I will soon. It is also an hour and a half again, like this one, like Tuesdays was, from 12 to 1:30. So make sure that you look into that for next month.
That sounds great, Krista. Thank you. Wonderful, perfect topic for this time. That's for sure. And now we have Dr. Olga Escamilla.
Thank you, Anne Marie, and everyone. Our next Workforce Wednesday is coming up next week, November 18th, and we'll have Victoria Hinojosa and Jasmine Grabowski, and they're going to be talking about social media and teaching about its impacts and how people conduct themselves at the workplace, at school, and in life overall. So join our presenters as they discuss how people have lost jobs due to social media posts, how people have gained jobs due to social media posts, and they're going to give tips on how to protect yourself on social media and also learn how to maximize your social media presence during your job search. So join us on November 18th, and registration is in the PD portal.
Exciting. That's exciting. Okay, next one. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, back one.
Oh yeah, I missed. Okay.
It looks the same, but it's different.
Yeah.
So
okay.
our December session is December 16th, 12:30 to 1:30 in the PD portal. Again, it's going to be Victoria Hinojosa and Jasmine, but they're going to be talking about how to teach our students to navigate the new work in Texas. So there's a lot of changes to work in Texas, and they're going to show us how to maximize the benefit for our students. And then the next slide is
Okay.
just information on the 2021 dates.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all set, and I could place those in the chat for you. So thank you.
Wonderful. And Olga, I'm going to go back a slide. This will be great because this is, focusing on navigating new work in Texas. And we recently had the 2 labor market career information webinars that will be available soon in the PD portal. So those are 3 great webinars that you could think about for your teachers on your staff, all kind of in the same realm, don't you think, Olga? I think that,
Definitely
really,
like a 3-part.
Mhm.
What did you used to call it, Anne Marie?
I'm thinking the same thing.
If anybody can think of what we used to call it, please put it in the chat.
Yes, it's a trio. Let's just call it a trio. You could have 3 hours of professional development. So just thinking about, how you can leverage all these different webinars and put them together when you assign them for staff. So thank you, Olga, very much. Always wonderful
Thank you, Anne Marie.
information. You're welcome. And all right, so I'm up. I'm very excited to introduce 2 brand new presenters for tomorrow's Tech and Tell. And we are lucky enough to not have 1, but 2 professionals joining us from Odessa College. And we are going to have Dr. Charity Embley and also Marie Covert joining us today or joining us tomorrow for Tech and Tell. And if Marie is here, please everybody give her a shout out in the chat pod right now if you can for me, please. She has worked so hard. This has been we've been working on getting this together for 2 months. She has worked very hard and she's great with live binders. And now we have the expertise of Dr. Embley as well. So very excited about tomorrow. And next up, we have another brand new presenter, and we do have dates now for quizzes part 1 and part 2. And our presenter is going to be Claire Gillum from the Literacy Council of Tyler, and registration will be available soon. And she will be again presenting part 1 on December 4th, and then part 2 will be December 11th. There's a lot going on December 11th, so I hope you can join us for this. And then in January 2021, Claire will be back for Quill. It's a digital writing tool and it's free, and dates will be decided soon. And again, it will be a part 1 and a part 2, okay? And stay tuned for February and March planning as well. And then just to wrap up, reach out to us, please. I think I speak for all of the webinar presenters when I share with you how much we appreciate when you let us know about a talented colleague or you want to present yourself. Recently on the Tech and Tell, it's been this outreach that has provided me with these presenters. So it's all about showcasing Texas talent. That's what we're all about, and learning from each other in this incredible state. So reach out to us, please. And questions at this time, and I'm going to bring up the chat pod here. Let's see if there's questions.
Anne Marie, can I add that I placed the
Yes.
schedule for Workforce Wednesday? I placed a flyer in there for the 2021 dates for Workforce Wednesday so people can mark their calendars. Thank you.
Oh, yay. Great. Thank you, Olga. Thank you so much. I don't think there's any questions, so we're going to just let me know, Beth, if there's questions, and then we'll keep moving here. And now we're going to jump into assessment trainings, and we're going to hear from Robin, who is stepping in for Tracy, who could not join us today. Robin?
Okay, thank you, Anne Marie. Hi, everybody. I just wanted to remind you that if you are administering assessments remotely, whether it's TABE, CASAS, Best Plus, there are 2 training steps that must be completed per TWC guidance, and we call this the Texas 2-step. Step 1, of course, is to become a test administrator. Whether you're remotely administering TABE, CASA, SPES Plus, you must first attend the training to become certified to administer that assessment. And that's step 1 in the column on the left. Now, step 2 is you must complete the remote testing trainings in the PD portal. Each one of the tests provided for or approved for remote administration, those are the ones listed on the left side of the slide, has a partner remote training in the PD portal. So remember, if you wish to administer the test remotely instead of face-to-face, you must complete both steps of the training requirements, and that's what we call the Texas two-step. And if you have any questions regarding assessment at any time, please feel free to email me or Tracy Hendricks. We're here to help you and to help you with your assessment questions. Thank you, Anne Marie.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you. All right, so we'll move on. And Beth, let me know if there's any questions about that. Let's just pause for a minute and see if there's any questions. Oops, sorry, guys.
I don't see anything right now.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, so PD portal announcements, and we have Laura and Katie on deck, and Katie is up.
Howdy, everybody. We have a few new courses available in the PD portal. They are Manager Monday, Workplace Wellness, a proactive approach to supporting employee productivity and retention. Workforce Wednesday, Navigating the Re-Entry Landscape. Workforce Wednesday, Visas and Citizenship, that's a mouthful. Tech Intel, TWC, LMCI, Career Resources, and Effective Case Management, Key Concepts and Managing Effectiveness. Just as a reminder, if you or your staff miss any of our live webinar series, no worries. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks, and they are usually up in the portal, and they're usually featured for a month. So you can kind of see them in the scrolling carousel that says new in the PD portal.
Awesome. Thank you, Katie. And I just want to kind of draw your attention to what we were just talking about, the Tech Intel, the TWC, LMCI, Career Resources. Tech Intel is now available. So you can watch that one and then tune into the Workforce Wednesday webinar that Olga will be having. And then the next LMCI webinar that featured skills to work. Why am I blanking on that one? But there were 2 resources that were featured for the LMCI. And so that's the 3rd one that people could watch. So stay tuned for those. Okay, Katie, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so we also have 3 other webinars that have been published, but they don't follow our normal protocol. So I just wanted to kind of bring them to your attention. So we have Teams 5.3 release. This one is actually on the TCAL website underneath accountability and Teams. And I can put that link here in the chat pod for y'all if you need to see it. And it is right, if you click on the recording where it's highlighted there, that is where you will find the YouTube video. Now, the Workforce Integration Initiative for Grant Expenditures. This one is in our PD portal. It is under the Teams and TWC Technical Assistance library. So it'll look just like that building there with the 3 columns. When you click on it, you'll go down at the very bottom, and they have 2 of the Workforce Integration Initiative webinars that have taken place there. And then lastly, we have the Math Assistance Call Center informational webinar. I know that there's another one coming up, but this one was also recorded and it is in the PD portal. Please know that all 3 of these, there's no credit. It is just informational for you. So we have it, I think for the Math Assistance Call Center, since that webinar is in like a course, we have it displayed like 4 different times that there's no credit that will be received, certificates of completion and all of that. So, but yes, these are the 3 additional. So on top of the courses that we added in from the last slide, we also have these. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Katie, very much. Okay, so next we have Laura.
Yeah, hi everyone. So we had a request a couple of weeks ago from a PD coordinator who wanted to know if he could get a report that showed who from his team was registered for an upcoming webinar. And we created the report, we got it out, and we realized that this might be a really useful tool for all PD coordinators to have. So we shared a report called Program Session Roster with all of the PD coordinators. It's going to show up if you go to Reporting 2.0 and then in the Shared with Me section. If you just were to click on that, it'll show you a list of all the reports that have been shared with you, and you would find the one called Program Session Roster. So for instance, all of these fantastic webinars that are coming up, if there's one in particular that has jumped out at you and you really want to have your staff attend, but you don't want to just bombard everyone with emails, especially the people that have already signed up, you could run this report. There are a couple of filters that need to be changed, but you could run this report, you could get the information, and then you can send targeted emails just to the people who haven't signed up yet, for instance, encouraging them to go into the portal and sign up for that webinar. Like I said, there is a filter that needs to be changed. You have other reports in Reporting 2.0 that have similar filters that need to be changed. Give it a shot, and if you need assistance with getting this report updated so that you can pull the information you need, shoot Katie or I an email, and we'll be happy to help get that cleared up for you. But I was trying not to muddle up this slide with too many images. So give it a shot and let us know if you need help.
Okay. Thank you, Laura, very much. Thank you. All right, so Laura, here we go.
I got one more. We also just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention that there is a Zoom update coming on Monday, November 16th. So Zoom periodically updates their desktop app and mobile apps. Sometimes it's more major than others. I mean, for instance, there was one this past Monday that was very minor. It only impacted, it was like minor bug fixes for people who were accessing the app on their Apple products. But this next one has a lot of new features and new enhancements. So for instance, there is, with the new update, the option to share multiple applications or screens at once instead of having to share one, stop sharing, share another, and kind of toggle back and forth that way. The reason we wanted to bring this to everyone's attention is that some of the features will be such that if the participant has not updated their Zoom app, they might not be able to access all of the features that the presenter or the host are trying to utilize in that particular session. So there's also a pop-up in the portal that has more information, but again, this is just if you're using the desktop app, which looks like that picture on the left on the screen, or if you're using a app on your phone or a mobile device. You would click on your picture, it's going to bring the menu, and you would click check for updates, and it'll prompt you from there. It'll either say like you're all good or yes, there's an update, and then you would click to update. It's pretty straightforward once you find it.
Hey, Laura, this is Katie.
Yep, go ahead, Katie.
In the chat pod, I went ahead and added the YouTube video that shows you how to update it. This is the same video that we have included in our pop-up that will be there for the next week and a half or so. So it's there for your convenience.
Yep. So just a reminder, and if you could please kind of disseminate this information down to your staff, we would really appreciate the support in helping make sure that everybody's up to date so they can get the most out of our webinars. And we will, in the future, especially when there are major updates, we'll try to throw a slide in the PD coordinators webinar and just kind of give y'all a heads up, keep you in the loop so everyone has a really kind of smooth webinar experience with us. And that's all I got.
Thank you, Laura. And I just also want to add too, as you disseminate the information to your teachers, as Laura was saying, we're also going to have this as a general reminder when we do the housekeeping slides. So when you attend a webinar or your teachers attend a webinar, they'll be able to see this slide. And then at that time, we'll share the YouTube video too as well so that the teachers can watch it. Because as Laura was saying, it can impact the experience for both the presenter as well as the participant. So thank you, Laura. All right, so let's pause for a minute. As I like to say, the power of the pause. Let's pause and see if there's any questions in the chat pod.
We have some birthday love going out to Katie.
Oh,
So, happy birthday, Katie. And
Thank
Sandy
you.
Sandy made a comment that she loves the 2.0 reports. This new one looks like it'll be great too.
awesome, awesome. And let's give a shout out to Liz Moya too, because it was her birthday too. We have both Katie and Liz that had birthday. So everybody, let's give a shout out to Liz for her birthday too. So, all right. So I don't see any other questions, right? So we can keep going here. We'll keep two-stepping through these slides here. All right, so this is, Krista, go ahead. I wanted you to be able to share this slide.
Okay. So this is your time. If you have any questions, and I was wondering if Laura would want to show that, that roster report. Or is there any report or anything that any of the PD coordinators would like to see demonstrated? While we have this time, we moved through this very quickly, and I don't mind shutting it down and saying, have a great day either. So just put in the chat pod if there's something, if you'd like to see that report, how Laura can access it, or if, anything else you want to see or ask?
I think we did go through this very fast, Chris. I'm reading the chat pod here too. Beth, I see. Are there any questions, Beth? I don't think I see any.
No questions. Heather made a comment. I think it would be fabulous to have a monthly newsletter of all of the PD offerings to send out to staff.
Okay.
We can certainly think about a way to disseminate that.
That's true.
I wrote that down. Tiffany Lee's like Wakelet.
That's a good point too. I'm going to move through here. Okay, so Krista, let's stay here. You have another slide about how they can reach out to you too, but let's just, you want to go to the next slide while we see if there's any questions or ideas?
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, it looks like all of you got to the calendar to register for today. We did have a few hiccups, and I'm glad that those of you that didn't see the webinar in the calendar, you emailed me, we got you in. Thank you, Katie, for your quick additions. What happens is that we have a PD coordinator group, and not everybody is in that PD coordinator group. So if you didn't see it on the calendar, that's why. So just, email me if you have staff that never saw it, email me and we'll make sure that they get included on that group, because this is the way that we will be doing it from now on. So next month is December 10th for our next PD coordinator.
Okay, and then here's your next, this is the official slide. There you go.
Right, that's why I got a little confused there. So, so please email me at any time if you have any questions, comments, requests, anything like that, and we will get it on here.
Okay, all right. So let's see. We did move through this more quickly than other times, but some webinars we have more information than others, and sometimes it's a little bit more jam-packed. So we're at our last question slide. So again, we want to take this opportunity to pause and see if there are any questions. If we need to share the PD portal, if there's some questions, we can do that. And any other questions, so we need to go look at any of the national conferences again, just let us know in the chat pod. Yep, Olga, it's so true, Olga. This is your time. We love to hear voices too. So don't be afraid to unmute and share your voice here. As I like to share what Olga says, we picture you right in the front row with us in the virtual webinar room or conference room. All right, I actually am cheating, Beth. I'm looking at the chat pod right now on my screen, and I'm just seeing all the thank yous and everything. Okay, and
I don't see any questions.
All right. And all right, well, what we're going to do is if no one else has any other questions, I actually want to close out with a question to all of you, because I'm always interested. We always like to try new things. How did you like the music? I know someone said they wondered if they were in the right webinar room, so maybe that wasn't the best choice of music, but I wanted it to be upbeat. Did everybody like that? I've done that before. Okay. All right, so you loved it. Good, Sharon. Okay, good. All right. So I'll try to switch them out a little bit. It woke Ashley up. All right, awesome. All right, so we're going to hopefully use those a little bit more. So, all right, everybody, this has been wonderful. I'm going to turn on my video camera. Maybe I can get Beth to turn on her video camera too and say goodbye to everybody, and have a wonderful almost weekend. Friday Eve, right? And enjoy your holiday, however you choose to enjoy it this November, whatever holidays you celebrate. And on behalf of all of us at Train PD, thank you so much for being with us this afternoon, and thanks for all you do and all that you do for our students. Take care, everybody. Have a
Thanks,
wonderful
everyone.
afternoon.